All right, do you ever find yourself dreading to come to work? And when you do, you just find it hard to get motivated when you get here? I do. I love my job, absolutely love what I do. Sometimes it's just too much. Healthcare is considered a helping profession, and in those types of profession, people are at a higher risk of workplace burnout. So much so that the World Health Organization has officially classified workplace burnout as a medical diagnosis. Even gave it its own ICD-10, so that makes it official. This costs businesses billions of dollars from healthcare cost, turnover, and absenteeism. So today, I'd like to discuss with you some of the causes of burnout, how you can identify some of the signs of burnout, and some ways to prevent it. So first, let's discuss some causes of burnout. Let's be honest, us employees can create our own burnout. We set high expectations upon ourselves, and we cause these expectations to be unreasonable. But employers can also increase the risk of workplace burnout. Sometimes employees feel there's a little favoritism among coworkers from management, or they just feel underappreciated. Employees also feel there's a lack of predictable or clear expectations. Let's be honest, we want to know, do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that. They also feel like sometimes there's just a lack of support from supervisors. And really, patients and residents can be a cause of workplace burnout. Physically or verbally abusive residents can increase stress, which will increase workplace burnout. Now, workplace burnout isn't always identifiable. Sometimes we as employees mistake it for just a little overstressed, or maybe I'm just too tired, or maybe I'm just a little depressed today. So let's go over some signs and symptoms of workplace burnout. First, you may notice a decline in job performance. It may appear there's just a lack of motivation. You may see an increase of absenteeism, and even notice a little bit more frustration or irritability within your employees. And you may also notice a decline in employee health. Workplace burnout can lead to a decline in mental health, such as sadness, anger, a feeling of inadequacy, depression, and anxiety. But it can also lead to physical health. Things like fatigue, insomnia, or even more serious issues like high blood pressure, heart disease, or even type 2 diabetes. Now, because workplace burnout can create a negative effect in many areas of the business, we're going to look at some ways to prevent it. The first prevention strategy we're going to go over is provide clear expectations and proper resources to meet those expectations. Confirm that your employees know the company's expectations and perform ongoing training to maintain the competency within the employees. Set reasonable and realistic expectations for employees. Make sure they know how to prioritize. And when maybe it's okay to lower the bar, but still meet the expectations of the company as well as the residents. Encourage support and respect within and among the work teams. We all have to work together as a team to make the company successful. We also all have to work together to make sure these employees are taken care of. Let's all treat each other as such. Try to prevent work overload, enforce reasonable work hours, and strongly encourage breaks and lunches with the employees. Assess those staff members that the workload seems to be just a little bit too much for them to complete within their scheduled work days. And make sure your employees understand their value to the organization and that their contributions to the goals of the organization are important. You know, we hear every day, everybody's replaceable. Well, we are, but we don't want them to feel that way when they get here. We want to know that they're important. So today we've reviewed causes, symptoms, and prevention strategies of workplace burnout. We have learned that employees can experience workplace burnout without even being aware, and that it can be serious as well as dangerous to employees' health. It's important we take steps to prevent it. After all, the employees at the front lines are the ones that are essential to the success of the company, but most importantly, the care of the residents.